Up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hunter x Hunter chapter 380. And this is sadly the last chapter we're getting of Hunter x Hunter before Togashi is going back on hiatus. And you know what? It doesn't surprise me in the least bit. But anyway, last chapter of Hunter x Hunter. We got some awesome shit going down with the spiders once again. Excuse me, I'm kind of tired. And I can't believe these motherfuckers in the various mafia families that are on the ship want to even try and fuck with them. Ned or not, like, I don't even know why you're even trying. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. And this chapter is titled Alarm. We are here today to deal with the atrocious crimes that have taken place on board. In particular, the series of killings that transpired on Deck 3. After 3 days at sea, it's unlikely that stress from long-term confinement of some kind of... after 3 days at sea, it's unlikely that stress from long-term confinement or some kind of cabin fever. Analyzing the crime scenes and looking at them from different viewpoints, such as the victim profiles, motives, profiles, and statistics, this objective of this murder was the murder itself, killing for killing's sake, almost sacrificial. The murder itself was the objective of this crime, as if it were a component of some kind of magic power. If sorry, let me make sure I'm reading this right. The criminal's mumblings were probably the condition for his power. The number and specific words he used suggest some kind of ceremony or ritual. Taking all that into account, with the unique circumstances of the ship, and it says here, emergency meeting. Oh my god. Sorry I'm yawning, guys. Oh, it's been a long night. The possibility that the multiple isolated crimes are in fact connected serial killings having to do with the seed urn ceremony for the succession of the next king is extremely high. Oh, shit. Here we go. I cannot accept that. You mean to imply that the princes are behind the murders? Ridiculous! There's absolutely zero possibility that the princes have left the first deck. Besides, the succession war is a battle between the princes in the first place. What need would they have to kill so many regular passengers with no connection to them? Please, if you would hear me out to the end. If one of the princes is the culprit, then there is no problem. We would simply need to tailor up a true culprit and brush it under the table. During the journey to the new continent, this boat shall be the battlefield where the next king of Kaken, destined to rule the continent, will be decided. In other words, the top priority of the ship above all else is the succession war. Until one final prince remains, all their actions are granted immunity, apart from directly killing the other princes. This is oh man! It says here in the translation note that the paradox of... let me get to this part here, because this is so true. On one hand, successors all possess succession immunity as the all-piercing spear of their royal privilege. But on the other hand, the murder of royalty is a capital crime protected by the impenetrable shield of the death penalty. It's because of this that two kinds of murder have become prevalent: contracted murders and inferred murders. And it says in this translation note, and I love what Togashi's done here, and I gotta say, a lot of today's what Oda, Tadabaka, and Togashi have done, and it's only the first third page for fucking Togashi. I really am loving the creativity we're getting this week from these three mangaka. It's fucking fantastic. The translation, it says, this paradox of the spear and shield make up the compound for the kanji for contradiction. And it's so... What? what I love about about the most about that is that it, like, the whole thing is a huge contradiction. It is awesome. Hold on a second. This incident could be considered a surmised murder, but then we get back to the earlier problem. Why would they need to kill so many commoners? The answer to that lies in the black magic-like traits of the birthing jar ceremony. From the viewpoint of the politicians and statesmen who have continued to prosper since the founding days of the kingdom, it was all thanks to the ceremony. It would be natural for them to believe they were gaining supernatural powers through the offering of human sacrifices, and this is a trend we see precedent for throughout human history across all countries and various cultures. By the same rationale, it wouldn't be too hard to imagine that someone who inferred their prince's intent would believe that a large amount of blood must be spilled in order for them to achieve their goals and grant supernatural powers. Now we move on to the main topic. From here on out, the crimes will continue and they will increase. And when they exceed their critical point, what? The ship will sink? Holy crap! The panic and dismay of 200,000 people will give rise to paranoia and fear in the form of riots. Oh man! So, we'll know when the shit is really gonna hit the fan when the ship is sinking. Oh man! And I got a feeling when the ship is sinking, that's when Hisoka is gonna make his move. Or when the fight with Hisoka is really going to start. And it's going to be interesting. Oh boy. It can't be. The bodyguards and royal army on board number roughly 2,000. A simple calculation puts that to about one bodyguard for every 100 passengers. But in reality, 40% of those bodyguards are on the first deck, about 800, and another 600 on the second. 70% of our security is assigned to the upper class decks. Public safety and order on the 4th and 5th decks is left in the responsibility of the mafia. Currently, there would be 300 people to every one of our security personnel. If anything were to happen, the soldiers on the lower decks would essentially be powerless. We cannot afford to wait another moment. We must put an end to these serial killings and restore safety, order, and peace of mind to these passengers. But how precisely do you suggest we accomplish that? The most effective way would be to interrupt or otherwise suspend the succession war, though that would not be realistic. The second best countermeasure would be reorganization and redeployment of the Royal Army. Assign 800 troops to decks 3 and lower, and put in a proposal to increase our numbers. That's just too much. Oh, excuse me. The life or death of the kingdom of Kaken rests on this. I'm not trying to threaten or frighten you with those words. I believe if we proposed this to the first prince, who was the central pillar of the kingdom's defense, he'd readily approve. We have more than sufficient data supporting these actions to ensure he should be able to expect results. Of course, in the event that in the official minutes containing the rough outline of this plan should somehow not be reported to the first prince, well, you would be the ones in the worst situation. God damn it. It feels like we sold our soul to the devil. It can't be helped. As long as we can't explain about Nen abilities, this is the best we can do. To regular people, the threat of the unknown is enough to detonate the bomb that is panic. Telling a bunch of regular Joes that there's a bunch of serial killers with superpowers around is completely beyond their range of understanding or acceptance. Extremely true. You've extended the fuse as much as you could. All that's left is to evacuate as many people as possible during that time and focus on defusing their explosives. I'll pull together all the association hunters in charge of guarding outside the prince's residential quarters and have them enforce a gag order regarding the upper Kaken members involved in this incident. The fuse that burns towards destruction. Somehow I get the feeling it's much shorter than I ever imagined. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. That fuse is getting shorter by the minute, and it's all because of the spiders. And once they find, I'm telling you, once they find Hisoka, and especially once Kurapika finds out about the rest of the spiders for being on the ship, oh man, that fuse, man, woo! This is the inside of our base, and this is the monitor room. It records surveillance over all the key areas of the 5th deck. Oh my god, if we see Hisoka, Takashi, if you give us some Hisoka before this hiatus, I think the Hunter x Hunter fans will fucking forgive you. Right, that is, oh my god, just please do it, man. Of course that includes this room as well. Here's the footage of the man that brought the warehouse keeper with him. I try not to yawn, guys, but God, I'm tired. Through the confusion of their dispute, it's clear he's trying to open the door towards the inner area, but it was locked, so he gave up and escaped through the door he came in from. He did his best to ensure that that his face wouldn't be caught on camera. Do you have any footage? So now where we're at now is we're back. We're basically where we left off in at the end of chapter 379, where we're now back with Finks. We're with Finks and Nobunaga, and we're collaborating with the mafia right now. Anyway, with one of the mafia families right now. Let's see. Here we go. Do you have any footage of inside the warehouse? The cameras are only installed on the entrance. You were the only 3 people that entered or left today outside of our family's outside of our own family's men. Rewind to yesterday and pull up a list of the non-family people that entered or exited then. It's highly possible that the culprit came to case the area. Sorry, not there we go. The cameras were installed the day before we embarked. The luggage was already loaded before then. If someone entered as a laborer, they wouldn't have been caught on the monitor. I'm not exactly expecting much. At any rate, they'd come from that direction. If they were trying to open that door, that is. Don't you want to see what's inside? Can't say. Ooh, what is inside the door? Can't say I'm not interested. I don't expect you to offer for free. So how about an exchange for the head of the person killing your family's men? Very well. Hey, as of now, these 3 will be joining the surveillance rotation. Yes, sir. Make sure to show them the ropes. Oh, man, you guys just made a deal with the devil. Oh, my God. You guys have made a deal with the devil just now. I'm underling boss, Sudonk. Here we go. Sudonk. Got it. Roughly how many Cha family members are on this boat? Most I'd say roughly 250. I can't say it for sure about other families, but I presume they're around the same. God damn it! I assume they're around the same too. Whoa! It's the spiders. There's so much I want to ask them, but I can't do that in front of the other underlings. I wonder if I can create some kind of chance to be alone with them one-on-one. I wonder if they could. I wonder if they'd give me an autograph. Oh God! If you've got money, you can head to the cafeteria on the 4th floor on your break time and get a more proper meal. If you pay money, you can head to the cafeteria on the 4th deck on your break time and get a more proper meal. Let's see. So here we go. So now we got a breakdown of the situation of what's going on. So let's go. Let's this is where we're gonna focus right now. So on deck 3 in the general passenger room, we got Cashew, and in deck oh God, I still think it's funny. His name is Cashew. So in deck 3 in the political ward, which is the government law enforcement agencies and the Central Police Royal Army branch, we got Dude, okay, no, tell me that tell me if I'm wrong. Ginta looks like fucking Elizabeth from Gintama, and Takashi, I know Genta is short for Gintama. You are not fooling me. Kluk, Pion, Botobai, and Mizia Storm, there we go, are there. Okay, and then the medical ward at the Central Hospital, and this is all on deck 3, by the way. We got the medical ward, Central Hospital, Integrated Research Lab. You got Gel. That's so cool that someone's named Gel. You got Leorio, who we haven't seen forever, but Leorio is on the ship. And Cheeto. And then visiting. Oh my god! So, this is going to be interesting because Yumi is with Kaluto. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Illumi and Kaluto. I can't wait to see, like, if Illumi tries to get Kaluto out of the spiders or whatnot, because you know how much Illumi cares about family. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in regards to that. And then we got the Haley family office with Lini, and then in the Central Access Way, it's just like 4 and 5. You got Krollo, Bartolov, and Shizuku. Fuck, I love Krollo's fucking avatar. It looks so cool. And then at the warehouse entrance, you have Fenton, and then you got the Char family office. There's Wang, Nobunaga, and Finks. And then the Deck 5 Central office, Deck 5 Central cafeteria. Of course. Remember, Franklin said at the Deck 5 Central cafeteria last chapter, he's like, why the fuck am I gonna go look for Hisoka? If Hisoka's gonna come after me, I'm gonna let him come get me. Bring it, Hisoka. Bring it. I'm not gonna search for you. I'm gonna let his ass come to me. He knows that if his ass knows I'm on this ship, like some shit like that, he's gonna just come. His ass is gonna just come and get me. Fuck it. He could come and get me, and I'll go kick his ass. That's what I love Franklin's mentality on this, and it's very much like Zeke. What Zeke kind of did in Attack on Titan this past chapter, but the difference is that Franklin is not an egotistical idiot like Zeke was when Zeke called out Levi. And basically, I'm spoiling Attack on Titan right now. What Zeke did was Zeke was just like, come on, Levi, come get me, bro. Come get me. I'm right here. Come get me, motherfucker. And Levi's just like, okay, I'm gonna come. And the thing was with Zeke assumed that he was gonna fight like come face to face in front of him, but Levi is like Hisoka in a way, where he was sneaky as shit and just came up and fucking did what he needed to do and leave and just left. So yeah. Anyway, and then at the Deck 5 General Passenger Room, we got that's where Machi is, and then the Z Fu family office is where the teeth. That's so cool! It's where the teeth is of the whale. And that's where Henry is. Anyway, let's keep going here. So we're at the 4th day of the voyage, 10 a.m. And the thing is, though, we gotta keep it like shit. If shit goes down, as it was said earlier at the beginning of this chapter, if shit goes down, the ship is going to sink. And I still, especially, and I'm just thinking about this now, remember that Melody was talking about making this contingency plan of escape? I feel like Tagashi kind of hinted right there that the ship is going to sink. Right then and there. I know this ship is going to fucking sink. It is. It's going to sink. We're going to have like a Titanic situation here. A stowaway in possession of a dangerous weapon is on the loose and is currently hiding somewhere on board. Under no circumstances should you leave your room or open your door unless instructed to by the military. Meals will be scheduled by area. You'll be escorted to the cafeteria by the military. We repeat, please do not leave your rooms without permission. Using human wave tactics, we will begin investigating from Deck 3. Thoroughly search all the rooms in the residential area and bring forth anyone suspicious. Anyone without a ticket, even a child, will be restrained. Please cooperate with the Army's operation. A stowaway has escaped and is hiding. There we go. Hey, raise your hands and turn around slowly. Did you not hear the emergency announcement? I was sleeping and did not notice. Where's your ID ticket? It's in my inside pocket. Pardon me, but why is V squared like yourself in a place like this? And V squared is written as a very VIP. Business. I love when that look in Luffy's eyes when he says business. He's just like, this is business. It is. He has some business going down with Hisoka. But I want to know what's going the conversation, like, before all this shit was going to happen. I want to know, like, the conversation that Luffy was having with Kaluta. I want to know. Again, I apologize, though this ID may have been a free pass for you to go anywhere aboard the ship up till now. Due to quasi-martial law, the passengers connecting decks 2 and 3 are under surveillance, and freely traveling between the two will be impossible. It will likely stay that way until we reach the new continent. Please allow me to escort you back to the upper deck. I'm fine here. Huh? I told you, didn't I? I'm on business. I'm staying here. But, Corporal, Misery. There we go. He's a hunter as well. I see. The spiders, are they here on board? Yes, all of them. Brother, whoops. What can I say? I'm an honest person, so I always end up answering anything I'm asked. Sorry, but I'll have to decline any further comment. As long as I'm on business, I have a duty of confidentiality to protect. I love you, Illumi, man. Illumi is fucking awesome. Oh my god. Understood, but with that announcement, everyone's been placed on alert in their rooms. IDs are able to be scanned for their resident student number, and those without one will be apprehended and restrained. If you two log your residential unit number and your IDs to a room in the central police station, you'll be able to remain on deck 3. Very well, but if possible, I'd like a solitary cell with a shower. I'm not restraining you or arresting you, so you'll have an individual room for lodgings the same as us. Unfortunately, though, all police force members share a bathroom and a toilet. We're just on our way there if you join us for now. That's fucking stupid! Just, they're like double VIP! Like, why not just let them have their same shit? That's fucking stupid! Royal Army, you guys are fucking dumb! We'd already confirmed that the 5th son of the Zoldyck family, Kaluto, had joined the Spiders, but the oldest son as well? Just, what are they planning? The wait, Kaluto's a boy?! What?! I am lost! Kaluto's a boy?! What?! I am so confused! I thought Kaluto was a girl! I'm so confused! Anyway, the Zoldyck family and the Spider's objective is one thing, but what's even most worrisome of all is if Kurapika were to discover that they're here. Kurapika is in the dead middle of the complex winding up Nembe's princess plots and schemes that is the succession war. Losing focus for even a moment could cost him his life, and the spiders are enough to shake him to his very core. But why are the spiders on this ship? It can't be. Are the spiders after revenge against Kurapika? No, you're wrong! Illumi is a fellow classmate of Kurapika's from the Hunter Association. If the spiders know of Kurapika's actions as a hunter, then they could have prepared and arranged everything to make their way here on board. Should I tell Kurapika or not? Yes! No! Actually, no. Don't tell Kurapika. Let Hisoka do it. Mizai, I discovered someone suspicious without an ID, but there's a bit of a problem. What is it? Whisper. What did you say? Botabai, Ginta, take care of them for me. I've got to head back to headquarters for now. She's safe and unharmed, right? She's fine. We've got hunters securing the room. But it seems a few soldiers may have noticed her as well. Issue a gag order to them. Put them on house arrest, whatever it takes. You can relax now. Can you please explain what's going on? What is she doing here? 11th Prince Fugetsu? What? 11th Prince Fugetsu? What? Okay, beginning next issue, we'll be taking a break for a while. As I said at the beginning of the chapter of this video, yeah. We'll announce when we decide our return date in the magazine, but what? So, looks like Fugetsu got discovered, but you know, I thought it was going to be... So here's the thing. I thought it was going to be Hisoka to be the one that told Kurapika about the spiders. I honestly did. But do you guys think that... Hold on a second. But do you guys think it's good that I'm gonna be wrong on this one? I still think I really am leaning towards Hisoka telling them Hisoka's gonna make his first appearance to Kurapika. He has to. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes sense to me is Hisoka making his first appearance to Kurapika, because Hisoka knows Kurapika is gonna do that shit. But at the same time, if Kurapika finds out about the spiders from another person first, and then like starts losing his shit, then Hisoka shows up, I can see that scenario happening too. That would be actually that would be more Hisoka's style, to be honest, because Hisoka loves fucking with people. But anyway, I'm very curious what you guys thought about this chapter. I think I'm very curious. Do you guys think that we're gonna have like a Titanic-like scenario where the ship is going to sink? I really think it is. I think we're gonna, based on what, and I think the key thing here is actually, and this is why Fugetsu it was a good thing Fugetsu was discovered, because Fugetsu's Nembeast is going to be extremely important, because remember, Fugetsu can has a teleportation ability, and the thing is that if Fugetsu's ability can open a portal to land, then they will, like, if we get to the scenario that I think we're gonna get to where the ship is going to sink, then yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting. And then Fugetsu will be able to use her ability to help evacuate the passengers. I think this is gonna come into play. I really do. Fugetsu's ability is extremely important. It's gonna be a very key factor, especially when shit really hits the fan. And when that shit really hits the fan, it's really gonna be when, and I said it a while back, it's gonna be when the fight between, it's especially gonna happen when Hisoka starts fighting Chrollo. But I think the thing is, though, what's gonna happen is Hisoka's gonna recruit Kurapika to fight the rest of the spiders. He is. And I think, and I have to wonder if there's going to be other Nen users as well. If any of the, because I don't think you have to wonder if any of the other hunters, if any of the other hunters in, like, fuck, even the other Nen beasts themselves will be used to Kurapika's advantage to defeat the spiders. But Kurapika, you know, he has his pride as well. But, oh man, I would love to see, you know who I'd love to see get involved in this shit? I would love to see Bisky. And you know what? I'm really thinking about this right now. I could see Bisky helping Fugetsu. And you know what? That dimension, remember the prince that has that, the Nen beast that has that dimensional power, I think that could come into play as well and also help with the situation of Fu. But I think Bisky could help Fugetsu. I really do. And help the other Nen beasts that could really help benefit the passengers. I really could see Bisky help nurturing those Nen beasts and really benefiting the passengers and helping them get off board and shit like that. So, because they're innocent in this. The majority of these passengers are innocent. They don't need to be involved. Like, so I could definitely see that coming into play. And I think that's why, and I'm very curious what you guys think. I think this is why Togashi because Togashi hasn't really highlighted all of the Nen beasts. But I think this is why Togashi has highlighted, like, particular Nen beasts. Like Fugetsu's Nen beast. And the Nen beast about, what's the other Nen beast I was thinking about? And like I can't remember, and the a few of the other Nen beasts in regard the spatial Nen beasts, the spatial dimension Nen beasts. I think that's why Togashi is doing this, because because based on what was said in this chapter about the possibility of the ship sinking, which is I think is gonna happen, the Nen beasts are really gonna come into play. Those Nen beasts are really good, because remember, the princes that, the pacifist princes, Nen beasts, they're actually pretty useful. And I think they're gonna come into play in this upcoming fight. But on another side of things, I gotta talk about Illumi. I fucking love Illumi this arc. He is just amazing. Togashi, I love what you did with Illumi. I'm loving what you're doing with Illumi. I gotta go back to especially what he said. First of all, I did not know Kaluta was a boy. I did not know that. I am so confused by that. There it again, I want to know if I'm the only one that told you this, one that thought this. But I want to go back to this part. To page 14, because I just love this part of the chapter. It was just so good. I was where's your ID? Where is it? He said this part right here. Pardon me, but why is a very VIP like yourself at a place like this? Business. Again, as I apologize though, this ID may have been a free pass for you to go anywhere aboard this ship till now. And if I would have been Illumi, Togashi, I would have made Illumi a complete smartass here and had another smartass comment and say, well, then why can't it let me have a pass now? Especially after the comment about being a hunter. Especially when, after he said, please allow me to escort you back to the deck. And Illumi says, I'm fine here. And I love this here. He says, I told you, didn't I? I'm on business. I'm staying here. And then the guy says here, he says to Maizuri, he's a hunter as well. So, and this is what I didn't understand. And I'm very curious if this makes sense to you guys. If these motherfuckers understand, if these guys know that Illumi is a hunter, then, and he's a a double VIP, and he spent a shit, and him and Coluto have spent a shit ton of money for their passes. Why the fuck are you making them go back to their rooms, and why the fuck are you giving them, having to force them to go to, like, the police quarters? Like, that's fucking stupid. If anything, you should just say, look, we'll have it on here saying that, okay, you'll get permission to go around the ship or whatnot, and you could keep your room. Like, that's fine. But, I gotta read this part too again. I know this video is long, but God, I have to because it's awesome. The spiders, are they here on board? Yes, all of them. Brother, whoops, what can I say? I'm an honest person, so I always end up answering answering anything I'm asked. Sorry, but I'll have to decline any further comment. As long as I'm on business, I have a duty of confidentiality to protect. And I love that, I love the response, Luby's response to this too, is if you two log your residential unit number and your IDs to a room in the central police station, you'll be able to remain on deck 3. Very well, but if possible, I'd like a solitary cell with a shower. I fucking love it. I love it, dude. Luby, man, my bro. My man, Luby. I love you, bro. I just love you, man. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you guys think of this chapter? What do you guys think is going to come in the next portion of Hunter x Hunter when Togashi comes back from hiatus? I still am going by my gut by saying when shit really hits the fan, it's going to be very interesting. Something I would love to see Togashi do is, because remember we have the second Rockins, I would love to see something going on between them and their prince counterparts. That would be really fucking cool, because remember, they're not even considered up in the running for royalty because they are illegitimate children of the king. So I would love to see like them play a role in this shit too. Like have them go up against their counterpart. Maybe Togashi will do that. But anyway, let me talk about the 10 chapters now of this arc, and then yeah. So the 10 chapters we did get from this arc, so from Togashi. And I'm fine with Togashi, in all honesty, I am fine with Togashi doing 10 chapters at a time. As long as I'm totally fine with it. I really am, especially if we're getting content like this, where we're getting so much detail and of like the situation. And I really love the different the Nem beasts. We're getting. I love the appearance of we finally got the appearance of the spiders. I love a little bit more. I love that Illumi is a spider, and I love the whole thing. I think the best part of this arc was the Illumi Hisoka content. Like what Illumi said about Hisoka. That was the best goddamn part of this fucking arc, and this arc of its entirety. Let's just be real. But I really am loving the direction that Togashi's going in with this, because I know a lot of people in the manga community, in the manga and anime community, are just like, political shit is boring, I just want action and blah blah blah. But the thing is something that I really love about manga like Hunter x Hunter and Kingdom and Magi before, Magi ended, and to an extent Black Clover does this as well, is I love the political aspects of the series, especially what Togashi does with the political aspects and not just the political ramifications, but the strategy and all that shit in the world building. It's so brilliant, and it really makes me, and what Togashi does is very similar to what is going on in very similar to Kingdom. That's what it reminds me of. It's very, very similar to Kingdom. And I'm very curious if you guys have not read Kingdom, which I have been covering on my channel for a while now. Go read Kingdom. Kingdom is fucking fantastic, and it has it's like Hunter x Hunter, where it has a good balance of strategy, politics, and action, and that's what Hunter x Hunter has. And I can't wait to see how Togashi ties everything that we've seen in this arc so far together. All together in this fight, but it's going to be interesting to see what's going to go down if because remember, the other thing I need to talk about is that alliance with the family that Fangs has gotten, and Nobunaga and Fenton have gotten themselves into. It's going to be interesting to see if that backfires or not. I'm very curious if you guys think that will backfire as well. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter, what you guys thought of not only that, but the 10 chapters that Togashi gave us this time around in the comment section below. And let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the next when Hunter x Hunter comes back. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you disagree with me. And let me know, again, what your favorite parts of these past 10 chapters were. Let me know what you hated about these past 10 chapters. Because there was some stuff that I was kind of meh about. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. Where does the fourth prince, come in? Zerdich. Where does he come in? Because remember, he's a specialist user. So, and he's a sinister one. So he's going to come into play at some point. And we don't know who's going to fuck with him, if it's going to be Hisoka, if it's going to be one of the spiders. I can't wait to see that, too, what Togashi does with that as well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or my GoFundMe, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and for me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.